And we're back for another episode with the local SEO lab. Join with me today. I've got Alison from Pinpoint Local, and together we're discussing what AI is doing to SEO, what AI is doing to local businesses, what your Google business profile means when it comes to AI, the whole terminology, whether it's AEO or GEO. It's crazy at the moment with what's happening. But today we're going to talk about, will AI choose your business? Alison, let's walk through this topic together.
Yeah, so it's as we've been saying, it's not just Google choosing you anymore. It's AI, and it's not just one platform of AI either. It's we've got Google AI Mode, we've got ChatGPT, and there's quite a few other platforms as well. But I think we'll just stick to those two for the moment because I think that's what the general population would be using, either within Google search, they're using the AI mode, or they're going straight to ChatGPT and doing searches. So there's sort of two parallel universes happening at the same time. So with this AI search platform, and then the traditional when people just go to Google and they're not using AI mode, but they're just using the standard Google search box and searching there with the traditional SEO way we've been talking about. So with local businesses, yes. So showing up for these AI searches, how to do it, why to do it, and if you are showing, are you not showing? It's a whole new world. So
So many
there's
questions, isn't there?
yeah,
Like
yeah, and not
there's so
many
many.
answers.
Yeah. And that's all I'm getting. It's like, how do I show up for AI search, or how do I
Mm,
do this for AI? There's so many unknowns, especially for people who are not in the SEO landscape. It's
yeah,
crazy. Like, how are businesses going to win?
yeah, it's awfully difficult, and a lot of people who are talking about GEO, AIO, or whatever it is like that, they're not necessarily talking about local either. So they may be talking about big brands or media sites or news or things like that. So, local businesses and local SEO or whatever is just a real small sub niche in a way, but it's not really that small because, as we know, small business is a large part of every economy across the world. The percentage is amazing what we employ and what we contribute to the economy. But so the data isn't a great deal back on what's happening and everything, but we do obviously know that the searches are conversational, which we've talked about before. And so it's not about keywords, and it's about, we've discussed entities. And I sort of like to break that down into always saying who you are, what you do, and where you are. And that's
Hmm.
for local business. So if you think of entities as those three subjects, that you've got to create a relationship between the three of them for AI to pick up the information about your business.
Yeah.
But the searches are so different compared with the traditional searches, the keyword searches we're used to. So the conversational, the really long sentences, especially when, I don't know about you, but people are using, not typing so much now, they're actually using voice.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talk,
That's
yeah.
huge.
I mean, years ago when voice came out, there was a whole big thing in SEO about voice and everything, but it never really took off, but it has now
Hmm.
because it's all about conversation. So with that in mind, you have to, as a local business, have so much information about what you do, where you are, and who you are everywhere. So AI is the assistant to the searcher. So
Hmm.
it is the researcher. So it's going to go out and find out information. If your local business has not got information out there, you will not be found by these AI research assistants, whatever platform the searcher is using.
Yeah.
So
And the
you,
Google profile is it's where it's at for local wins.
yeah, yeah. So, and you've got to be consistent because there's no doubt that nearly all the data that's coming back, that if there's inconsistencies about your business details, about what you do and where you are, If AI goes out and find inconsistencies, it will just pass you by and go on to the next bit of information or data it can find to answer the question. So you do not want inconsistency. So once again, it's a bit old-fashioned SEO when we talk about NAP, name, address, phone. And there came a time when we weren't sort of saying that because Google could, adjust differences, slight differences in those things. But we've sort of gone back. You have to have that consistent for the AI research assistant to find your business. So that's the most basic, your name, address, phone number. And then if you say on one site, say you're a plumber, you're on High Pages, which is a big directory for Australian trades. If you've got in there hot water service or switchboard upgrade, but you haven't got it on your Google business profile, that's an inconsistency.
Yeah.
And AI does not like that. And will probably find someone else who has both those services on several entities, several platforms, and they're saying the same thing.
Yeah. How hard is that though? It's,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
and this is where the old school days of buying citations
Yeah.
by the hundreds, right?
Yeah.
You have one set of services and description 2 years ago, and then all of a sudden your business changes and you streamline, and all of a sudden all your services are on these hundreds of citations are completely different.
Are misaligned. And actually, do you know what? Recently took on a new client and they're fresh, which in this day of AI is fantastic because history doesn't mean so much now as what it did in Google search. So you
Yeah.
could put fresh, consistent, absolutely aligned content across everything all at once.
Yes. And that's what I've
And that's
realized as
perfect.
well.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you've been around for a long time, you will have misalignment across
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The advantage though is that you will have more reviews,
Yeah. Yeah.
more recommendations, more comments, more discussions, you
Yeah.
hope. But it does bring up the idea that you do need to clean things up if you've been around for a while.
Yes.
And if you change phone numbers, I mean, that's a biggie. If your
Yeah.
location and you change addresses and you've got
Yeah.
addresses somewhere else, that AI will pick it up.
Yeah.
And then if it's in doubt, it won't recommend you.
Yeah.
Um, so,
So
yeah,
there's different games for different types of businesses. Like the businesses that have been around for so long
yeah,
have all this housekeeping to do
yeah,
to clean up the consistencies. And then you've got the other end of the scale, new businesses that have a clean slate that can really target AI straight away, but
yep.
then obviously don't have the reviews or the mentions through other
That
entities.
that's right. But there is a lot of opportunity there, though,
Yeah,
because it used to be so difficult if you're a brand new business. It really
yeah,
was. You had to wait it out. Goodness knows, a year, 18 months, or whatever, for it
yeah,
to catch up. But there's probably I don't know availability of a service there to do cleanups
yeah,
for
yeah,
businesses. They probably don't realise at this point in time the importance of what a really good cleanup, a good thorough cleanup. If you've been around for 3 years, 5 years, let alone 10 years, there'll be information out there that AI will surface. And if it's misaligned, it quite possibly will not recommend you for that location, for that service, for that business, whatever. So I think there is an opportunity there for SEOs to do, for established businesses, a really good digital cleanup of every aspect and to seed out new things which they probably have not put on their website or put on the Google business profile
yeah,
or got reviews about or things like that. So yeah, so there's it's very personalized now. It's not only are the searches personalized, but I think for individual businesses, you've got to think about yourself and where's your weak point. Is it past data? Is it not having reviews or not having recommendations? Where is your, Achilles heel? Where are you not showing, or where are you misaligned?
Yeah.
So, and if you got any of those weaknesses, there's every chance you're going to be invisible.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if someone hasn't got that, they will be recommended.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is difficult, and at this point in time, there's no real metric to measure your AI visibility because there's different platforms,
Yeah.
and it's very personalized as well. But I do recommend for all businesses to go to an LLM, ChatGPT or Google AI mode, and search for their business and just see what it's that AI is saying about your business.
Yeah.
That does not mean when someone else searches for your business, they're going to get the result that you get, because they won't.
Mm.
Because it's becoming highly personalized, and the journey of the search is so different. Like an example would be, I was looking for to buy a hamper for a friend, but I started off in ChatGPT just to get ideas about hampers. I wasn't looking for businesses. I was just looking for hampers themselves, all the different type of hampers, because she's not a pamper person. She's down by the sea, but she's in Melbourne and she's a certain age, and it's sort of it's not a celebration, but it's not a grief. It's sort of a feel good, but all these criteria. So I could put all that information within ChatGPT and then actually get ideas for the hampers. And then I went to Google AI mode and put those ideas in and said, tell me a business close by that is matching these ideas. And you can see how the answer that the AI is giving is totally different, because that search has been such a conversation, and also if you've got memory switched on,
Yeah.
the AI's got the memory from your previous likes, dislikes, where you are, all that sort of thing. So the answers are very personalized. But what a business owner can do is see what AI is saying about the business,
Yeah.
and is it correct? Well, first of all, can AI find your business? Does it know about it? That would be the
Yeah.
first thing I'd say for
Yes.
business. Does it know that you exist?
Yeah.
And actually, AI, I've seen it come up where it says, I do not know. I've got no information about this name.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way for a business owner to test,
Yeah.
and just ask the question, what are the top 10 electricians in your suburb?
Yep.
All these questions. Like if business owners aren't going to have tools or any of that kind of thing, but they can just put in the search and put in the chat and just see what comes
See
up.
what comes up. Yep.
Yeah.
And knowing that it's not a ranking you're getting, because
Yeah.
AI doesn't work on ranking. It works on recommendations and answers. But you can see a point in time when you do that search what it knows about your business and whether it will recommend you
Yeah.
or your search, being aware that recommendations are based on the journey of that search, like that conversation you've had in the memory.
Yeah.
But what it knows about your business would be the same whoever looks on, who is this business. If you say that wherever you are,
Yeah.
the answer you get is what AI knows about you. And I think that's the most fundamental thing all business owners can do, is seeing what each AI platform knows about your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does it know about your business, and does it know what you do
Yeah.
and where you are?
Yes. Yeah. If your business has an AI overview about your own business, you're doing something well.
Yep. Yep. And then the next thing though is to see if it's correct,
Yeah.
because we all know hallucinations, and there may be a little bit of data about your business, and AI will quite confidently create some more information about your business.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a really worthwhile thing to see, to just see how visible and how correct the information is in AI. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um, make sure it's correct, and has it got all the information about your business? Because if it hasn't, then you can start feeding and seeding AI the information you want it to know about your business.
Yeah.
But you need to have that foundation first. What
Yeah.
does it know? Is it correct? Does it know anything? And is it correct? So if
Yeah.
it doesn't know anything, and your local business, Google business profile and website are the first things.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's incorrect, it's
If it's there,
probably
you've got big problems.
yeah.
Because it's not easy to correct, because it's not a fix. You don't
Yeah.
fix it. You
Yeah.
don't fix AI. The only thing is that you can counter, argue, or give another opinion to
Yeah.
wherever it's got. I've seen AI surface for a business, a review that was 5 years old, a bad review, 5 years old, that mentioned the coffee 5 years ago.
Jeez.
Now, this business has done lots of good coffees since that
Yeah.
since that last bad one, but no one said a good coffee since then, because it's a bakery. So, it's most of the reviews are talking about the foods and the cakes and the breads and things
Yeah.
like that, but they do coffee. And one of the few mentions about the coffee was a bad coffee 5 years ago. And so AI surfaces that.
Hmm.
And that's the recommendation it gave, is that it actually said this is not a good place to go to coffee because the review said. But when you look into the review, it was 5 years old, and
And that's
eh,
probably because they haven't posted anything about coffee
exactly, exactly,
on their profile, on their website, on their
exactly.
social media, or anything like that. So
That's
this
right.
this is the chance that business owners have to influence AI.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can get something like this happen to you.
Yeah, that's right. So exactly right. That's where you would go out on all your platforms
Yeah.
and start saying we serve great coffee, and start asking for reviews that mention the great coffee, and put it out there, let AI know, and then that's how you would correct things that. I mean, that's not strictly incorrect, but it's probably not. Let me see. It's not. It was correct 5 years ago, but it's not correct now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, and you've got to tidy those things up for. So this is a completely different mindset in a way when you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
It's
It 100% is. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's yeah, you've got all the influence now,
yes, yeah,
whereas
true.
before it was I mean people are still chasing keywords,
Mm,
but now you're pushing the direction of how your business is shown through content, social media,
yeah.
Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, everything, because it plays a massive effect when AI is recommending you.
Yep, totally. And every single service. So, as you said previously, that you may have a new product or new service that you've introduced over the last couple of years that isn't on your website anymore, or it's on your website, but it's not on your Google business profile.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, there's every chance that AI will never recommend you for that service, because
Mm.
there's a misalignment there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to do consistency, and then as you say, you branch out to your other platforms, your socials, your LinkedIn's, all that sort of thing. So you almost have to do an audit, I think, in 2026 of
Yeah.
your business, of first of all the basics. You know who you are, your name, your NAP, your address, your phone number, your location.
Yeah.
Make sure that's consistent across everything, and then your services. And then you've got to get into the deeper bit, which is because it's so conversational that it's beyond keywords now. So it's, are you the most trusted? Are you professional? Do you clean up afterwards? Are you honest? Do you give free quotes? All those other little things which AI will collate about you, and people will ask within that conversation, the search. As you're saying, is probably, do you do switchboard upgrades on weekends, or, do emergency plumbing repairs, block drains on a Sunday night? You've got to have that information.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's all about information, isn't it? Just
Yeah, it's information overload. That's what it is.
yes,
Oh,
but
it's crazy.
yeah, but AI can have some seriously wrong information, particularly about local business.
Yeah.
Because they probably got outdated information on, as I said, like high pages, which they a lot of trades start off on high pages years ago, and then they sort of progress into bigger business or something, and there's still phone numbers, addresses, even business names, but it's the same ABN. I've seen that many a time actually recently where someone's changed their name, but they got the same, their personal name is on the website and on high pages, but the business name is different, but the ABN's the same. I mean, that's a complete mess as far as AI is concerned. I mean,
Yeah.
Google can pick up those differences and you'll get all the links and then you can go in and do your own search. But when AI is being the research assistant, it will just ignore you then.
Mm. And the difference is that AI is so much quicker in picking up information, whereas previously you would be waiting for Google to index your pages to,
Mm.
surface anything. Now the AIs are just picking everything up left, right, and center. So it's a great thing. But also, if things are wrong, it's going to surface the
Yes,
wrong things.
yes. And all AI is obviously pre-trained, and then it does have a current search in that RAG system where it goes and pulls in with current search. But the basis of AI is pre-training, and if it's pre-trained on wrong information, you've got to have current information to rectify the old one because the pre-training is what will service.
Yeah.
So that's and they're the pre-training is only up to a certain date. So unless you've got something really current and recent, it will use the pre-trained information.
Hmm.
Um, and that can be very, very wrong, especially for local businesses because they've got no idea what they put out, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and that's what
Yeah.
the AI has been trained on, and they haven't put out anything recent
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
So I really do think 2026 is a really good time this year to get, I know what you call your housekeeping, as you said before, the basics,
Yeah.
and make sure, first of all, that most basics are correct and that you've got it everywhere as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 100% right.
Yeah.
It's two different games, old business, new business, two different strategies.
Yeah.
And if you keep following along, we'll point you in the right direction. So what's
Directions.
directions exactly? So,
Yeah.
Alison, what is a business owner? What's one takeaway from this episode that a business owner needs to go and do?
Go into ChatGPT and Google AI mode and type in what do you know about this business and
Yeah.
everything. And do about 3 different types of questions
Yeah.
about your business and
Yeah.
do it in at least those 2 platforms. And, if you use Claude or Perplexity or something else, that's worthwhile. But those 2 are the main ones.
Yeah.
And just see what comes back.
Yeah.
If anything comes back at all. If it does, make sure that you agree with AI, what it's saying about you.
Yes.
And does it cover everything that you provide
Mm.
in the areas that you provide it in?
Yeah.
And have a look. And if there's discrepancies, you've got to work out a strategy to fix it up
Yeah.
because that's locked in. If you don't fix it up, that's that pre-training going on and it will stay there.
Yeah.
And this doesn't say where you're going to come up with search, but if there's discrepancies, it does mean that if there's another business that's your competitor that doesn't have discrepancies, they will be recommended by AI and you won't be.
Mm.
So fix it up now. Yeah.
Yeah. Analyze your position, get
Yeah.
onto those AI platforms, type in, look for your business and see what
Yeah.
comes back, and then you'll know where you sit.
Yep. And then have fun, seeding it, playing with
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, that's a great
telling
word.
it.
Seeded it.
Yeah.
Influence it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Push that
Absolutely.
influence on AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great takeaway.
Yep. There we
Awesome.
go.
Perfect. Another great session, Alison, on AI and how it's affecting everyone in this industry, as well as SEOs like ourselves. It's just changing everything, isn't it?
Mm. Mm.
So,
Certainly
no, I
is.
appreciate your time. I really do, and I hope a lot of business owners are getting value out of this. Please reach out if you need any more support. Until next time, Alison, take care, and we'll see you then.
Good one. Cheers.
Cheers.